Any questions? Sorry. What will we start with lesions that predispose to retinal detachment? This would be a good idea. We start with this and then we go to the actual retinal detachment lecture video. Okay, so what are lesions that predispose to retinal detachment? First of all, the definition of a break is a full thickness defect in the neurosensory retina because neurosensory retina is not attached to the RPE. So any defect in it can allow the fluid to go and create some detachment. Those are either flap or Gaussian tear, can be giant retinal tear, can be open-related holes, it can be dialysis, or atrophic retinal holes. To start with, the prophylactic treatment is for any break that can cause retinal detachment by allowing liquid, or the liquefied vitreous, I should say, to separate neurosensory retina from RPE. Now, it's important to note though that most breaks do not cause a detachment. Okay? While 6% of the eyes, if you just examine random people on the street, 6% of the eyes will have a break. Only 1 in 10,000 to 1 in 15,000 will develop a detachment. So a good percentage of them will not develop any detachments. So it's okay if you miss it, it's okay if you observe it. However, there are certain conditions that we're going to see that needs treatment. You do reduce the risk of retinal detachment by doing the laser, but you do not eliminate it. This is another thing that I would like you to keep in mind. Now, what is important to treat? I think horseshoe tears are very important to treat. Almost always you treat them. Dialysis, well, if you see it, then you suspect it's relatively new. I think always you have to treat. The open-related tear, usually if it's open-related, means the traction has been released. It's okay to observe, but if you feel that it has a lot of fluid already, it's starting to detach the retina, then it's a good idea to laser all around it or cryo. Atrophic hole, I rarely treat. Lattice degeneration, even if it has some atrophic holes within it, I wouldn't treat. Now, the horseshoe tear in asymptomatic patients and highly myopic, you probably have to treat. Again, those are, because they're asymptomatic, you probably can get away without treating. Operculated tears, again, I wouldn't treat if asymptomatic. Atrophic holes, seen, you rarely have to treat. And lattice degeneration, I wouldn't. Now, what are the retinal detachment types? You have the rhegmatogenous, the tractional, and the exudative. You probably know this by now, it's nothing new to you guys. Rhegmatogenous is due to a break, as we said. Usually you have a history of either eye surgery or trauma, or they tell you they saw photopsias and floaters, so it's very typical, and usually it's a progressive. Usually it is a healthy person. Now, upon exam, you would be able to determine the break in 90 to 95% of the cases. You have the detachment from the aura all the way to the break, and it's a convex border with bullous and folds with gravity-dependent detachment. If you have some demarcation lines, if you have some pigment, if you have a thin retina, you have to think of chronicity. If you have subretinal fluid, it's usually clean. And choroid will be normal, of course, in these cases. Now, in traction retinal detachment, usually you have a setting of either diabetes, ROP, sickle cell, venous occlusions, previous surgery, previous trauma. There's no primary break, but it can have secondary breaks due to the tractional bands. Frequently, it does not extend to the aura. In fact, it's usually posterior, around the arcades, mid-periphery maximum. It's a tight retina, it's a concave border, and there are peaks of traction at endpoints. And you have sometimes demarcation lines, which again mean that it's a chronic process. Now, vitreous changes, يعني ما في كتير. The subretinal fluid is usually clear, and examples, as I said, are usually ones with systemic problems, like diabetic retinopathy, ROP, trauma. What about exudative detachment? Exudative detachment can mean usually have systemic conditions like autoimmune diseases, rheumatoid diseases, eclampsia, tumors. So you have a smoothly elevated body, usually without any folds. Usually you don't have chronicity because this condition is noticed and treated or dealt with relatively early. Subretinal fluid may be turbid as opposed to being clear in rheumatologist detachments. And you might have a corroded mass, you might have blocked transublination. And as I said before, it could be a sign of tumors, it could be bad. Now, on the differential diagnosis of retinal detachment, is always keep in mind what you call retinal schisis. What is schisis? You guys know? Within the layers of the retina. Yes. So it's a smooth dome. Usually you don't have hemorrhage or pigment because it's between the layers of the retina, which is avascular. It's there can be scotoma. Now you can have photocoagulation reaction in these because the layers are there that absorb and shifting fluid is absent. How do we repair a retinal detachment? We'll talk about these now in the next talk, but we can do a buccal, vascular vitrectomy, or rheumatic retinoplasty, which makes us move to the next talk before we start cases. This is a short talk about diseases of the vitreous and vitreomacular interface. So very briefly, you have posterior vitreous detachment, capillary membranes, and vitreomacular traction syndrome, and idiopathic macular holes. Posterior vitreous detachment is when the vitreous separates from the retina. You guys know this. It refers to the separation and of the posterior hyaloid, basically. This condition is usually for older adults, but young adults can develop it in the 40s, like me, or the 50s, and it's not rare for them to develop that. Now, usually you see floaters or photopsias. Usually you don't treat unless you have an associated tear. What about, and that's in the minority of cases, of course. What about epiretinal membranes? Usually epiretinal membranes are semi-translucent avascular, fibrovascular membranes on the inner surface of the retina, adhering or covering the internal limiting membrane. Okay, they are believed to be proliferating glia. They might be RPE cells that have migrated from somewhere else. Hyadocytes at the vitreoretinal interface, especially at the posterior curve, resulting in this epiretinal membrane. Now, a lot of studies have been done to see the cause. In a huge number, it is idiopathic, but it can be related to abnormality. مثلا PVT or retinal vascular occlusions, uveitis, trauma, intraocular surgery, retinal breaks, and then you have the RPE migration. But ERMs are the most common. In fact, you see them if you do like in autopsy studies in 2% of people who are completely asymptomatic, never said anything. You have them in 50 years or above. And if you look at people who are 75 and above, it goes up to 20%. And they are sometimes bilateral. Now, detachment of the posterior vitreous is present in most of these eyes. And this is how they look like on OCT and on fluorescein. On fluorescein, you typically see a big distortion in the vascular. This is an extreme case, but you see a very big distortion of the vascular anatomy with here a dense fibroglial tissue. In these cases, if there's 20/100 or less, you have to do treatment. Now, what is the treatment? Usually it's a vascular vitrectomy with epiretinal peen. The IRM peen has been debatable. Some people recommend it, some don't. And the complications, as we're going to see, are same as any PPV procedure. Looking at vitreomacular traction syndrome, this is another, I would say, abnormality at the vitreoretinal interface, which is basically something that's been increasingly recognized with the OCT era. It is a result of an incomplete separation of the vitreous of the macula. So as it separates, because it's incomplete, it starts pulling on the macula, causing some distortion, causing some symptoms, and fractional forces on the macula. This is what happens. It usually happens before the complete VVD happens. So during these stages that it does happen, you have an initial traction, as you see here, in certain areas. So if you have that, this is what will probably happen. And as it starts pulling, you might have some traction here as well, from there, and later on, less likely here, and of course, it will be relieved. Now, it's not known whether the adhesion is primary to cellular proliferation or induced by the partial vitreous detachment, or it's the other way around. But you might have abnormal opacities in the central vitreous, and these are believed to be glial tissue. Similar to a retinal membrane, the retina might become distorted. You might see it here, it's a bit distorted, it's pulled, okay, and you might have cystoid changes, like you see here, tented anteriorly with a shallow detachment at times, although the epiretinal will not be present. This is a fundus photo of this opacity, vitreous opacities that I've been telling you about, and this shows clearly this huge plaque that is still stuck on the retina from the vitreous being pulled otherwise. Now the angiography may demonstrate leakage from macular vessels as well as from the optic nerve, like you see here. And this is as well the same OCT that's useful because it can be bilateral and it will give you an insight of how bad is the vitreomacular traction. Now by OCT, there has been a grading with grade A if you have, as you see here, a hyaloid that's incompletely separated but without the practically bad pull on the fovea. When it starts to pull, this is grade 2 with cysts or clefts. This is the cleft and these are the cysts that you see. And grade 3 would be somebody with subretinal fluid like you see. Complications of VMTS or vitreomacular traction syndrome can be like a full thickness macular hole, like you see here, can be macular schisis or tractional foveal macular detachment. The whole macula gets seriously detached. So it's a matter of adhesion, if you want, vitreomacular adhesion that initially is just stuck and later on starts tractionally pulling. Treatment you can observe, especially in stage 1, but unfortunately in stage 2 and above, when you have the symptoms, only 11% were associated with spontaneous resolution. So a lot of hype was spoken about with the introduction of the ochreplasmin, or cellular plasmin. This is a hyaluronidase that would have a proteolytic activity against the proteins that anchoring the vitreoretinal interface. Ochreplasmin lacked activity against type 4 collagen, which is the one present in the ILM. So you really target only the vitreoretinal interface without retinal toxicity, unlike other hyaluronidases. And this would cause vitreolysis. And it was initially thought to be a nice solution, but nowadays there is less hype about it because of high incidences of side effects that are really not wanted, things like hemorrhages or tears that are a nuisance and might cause more than a simple Parsana vitrectomy to deal with. Because this is the third option that one can do instead of the ochreplasmin. Basically just surgically release this AP and tangential traction that's there, with or without RMP if present, which again is recommended. Finally, the last interface problem that I would want to talk about is what you call a idiopathic macular hole. Historically, it was first found in 1869, again, when the first retinoscope was out. So remember, it was in the 1862 or something like this. We spoke about it in the DHL before. Now, it was, many of these holes have been linked to etiologies such as cystoid degeneration, cystoid chronic macular edema, vascular aging changes, pilocarpine as in pulse, it can cause optic disc chorobomas, Best disease in its chronic form, buckling for retinal detachment, high myopia, lightening and welding and inclusion, any photic injury. As I said, chronic cystoid macular edema and predisposing. Well, I shouldn't say any laser treatment. It's most likely laser treatment for a PRP or something like this, something extensive. Now, in 1988, the Johnson and Gass said that there is a tangential vitreous-action. And this was great because this was before the era of the OCT. When the OCT came, this was perfectly confirmed. But Gass, in fact, went forward and provided, even before the OCT era, a classification. Stage 1, 2, 3, 4, that I really urge you to know. For instance, this is a what? What stage is that? You guys know?
4.
3, I would say, yes. Because of the, exactly. So what does FA show usually? It shows, as we said before, a window defect, okay? Due to loss of exanthophyll. Now, what about the OCT? As I said, it's a gold standard, and it helps you not just in the diagnosis, but also in the management. You see what grade we are, and it can help even in having subtle changes, if you want to observe it or you want to delay it for some reason. There is, of course, it will tell you if there's an associated epileptic migraine, and it can be used for the purpose of the fellow eye, because you know what's the percentage of the fellow eye developing a macular hole?
30?
Yes, 20 to 30% will develop a macular hole. Now, if you have a stage 1A, there's a 50% of it, percent of them closing, and you already have a high risk of progression in the fellow eye. So no medical therapy has been indicated. However, as I said before, there's a 50% chance of them closing in stage 1. Now, otherwise, you have to do Parsplana or tamponade. What is tamponade that's used in macular hole? Usually it's a gas. It's a mixture of gas and air. You know the mix in CTF8? Yes. What about an SF6? 20%. Yes. Now, unfortunately, I don't want to give you details because every surgeon has his own Bible in terms of macular hole. Some like, pardon me, some like to peel the eyelid, others don't. Some like to just keep the positioning as long as possible. Some like, don't like the positioning but removing the lens. So it's very variable in terms of how to manage a macular hole. As I said, everything's been debated. You stain the eye enamel or you don't. It's been somehow very, very controversial. Right. Let's move to now the surgical part, and then we'll do cases.